But the younger generation, I think it's worth noting, they didn't grow up with the Cold War. The capitalism that they've grown up with, they're now seeing is deeply tarnished. It's not as though it was something that they had to hang on to because of past divisions. Like the Cold War is gone from the memory bank of so many people. And what are they seeing? The planet cooking, housing being out of reach. Like 2.3 million people under housing stress, which means that they're like one disaster away from the slippery slope to homelessness. No exaggeration. Kids get sick, you lose your job, you've got to stay home and look after your elderly parents, or you yourself get sick. You can't afford your payments. So, this crisis is so close for so many people. So it adds up to life is a real burden. So more people now recognise, particularly young people, that society has problems, deep problems. And so many of those problems come straight out of what goes on in corporate boardrooms. I mean, certainly out of what comes out of the likes of the Turnbull government. But the Turnbull government is there delivering the easy path for the corporate world. And the corporate world is being nailed as the cause of so many of the problems that we face. So the deep contradictions of capitalism are now on display on a daily basis. Now, I do acknowledge that capitalism has fostered an innovative approach in some areas of human endeavour, but its reliance on gross inequality and exploitation is proving socially and environmentally disastrous. Austerity, a favoured policy of neoliberalism, is now seen as a policy of extreme abuse. And the tide is turning on politics. But where it will lead us is unclear. And I think all of us have a role in this. Discussions like this, I think, are very important. Let's remember we had free higher education. It infuriates so many people that now, those of us who benefited, what's happening now for young people who have their right. And free higher education is spreading around the world, and again, an area where the Greens, where the government is so far behind. And then I really urge you to go down to Martin Place, a huge tent city of people who are homeless down there. Like, these are where we can all take our stand with different movements that I hope in time come together. For the Greens, our role is very much one we see ourselves as giving support to these movements and being a part of the movements. The Western model of global capitalism is breaking up. The US as a superpower, that era is over. They're on the downward slide. Trump, Clinton, whoever it may be, or even Obama, the era is over. The global social order is changing. Our challenge is to ensure that the direction of the change is for people and the planet. Thank you very much.